Your business has rock-solid security, firewalls, antivirus, the works. But here's what 81% of breached small businesses discovered too late. Their secure systems got compromised through a vendor they trusted. Not their own network, not their own mistakes, but through someone else's security failure. Your payroll company, your cloud storage provider, even your website host, each one is a potential backdoor into your business that you can't fully control. One weak link in their security chain, and suddenly hackers are inside your system, stealing your data, holding your business hostage. Most business owners think they know their suppliers, 3 main vendors, maybe 5. But here's the reality. Every single one connects you to dozens of companies you've never heard of. Take your payroll company. They don't handle everything themselves. They connect to tax filing services, benefits providers, and payment processors. Each service has its own network of vendors providing data storage, security monitoring, and technical support. Your cloud storage provider, they don't own those massive data centers storing your files. Infrastructure companies across multiple states own them. These companies contract with power providers, cooling systems, and network carriers. Your files might sit on servers maintained by technicians from a company you'll never meet. Your website host creates an even bigger web. They rely on content delivery networks, security firms, backup services, and DNS providers. When visitors access your site, their requests travel through systems owned by companies you've never signed contracts with. Here's the shocking truth. Those 3 vendors actually connect your business to hundreds of other companies. Your payroll company alone has relationships with 30 different service providers. Each of those has their own vendors. Do the math. It adds up incredibly fast. You're not trusting one company with your business data. You're trusting their entire supply chain. Every single vendor becomes a potential entry point for attackers. Hackers know this. They research these connections, hunting for the weakest link that gives them access to their real target, you. Smart cybercriminals stopped wasting time on your strong security. Instead, they target the small accounting firm processing your books, the tiny IT company maintaining your vendor's servers, or the regional data center storing your cloud backups. These smaller companies rarely have enterprise-level security, but they have legitimate access to systems connected to yours. You never agreed to trust all these companies with your business. You never vetted their security practices or signed contracts with them. Yet your sensitive data flows through their systems every single day. Here's the cruel irony. The better your security gets, the more attractive you become as an indirect target. When hackers can't break down your front door, they look for other ways in. Why spend weeks cracking your firewall when they can compromise your accountant's weak password in minutes? Modern attackers research business relationships, map vendor connections, and identify which suppliers have access to their real targets. Picture this scenario. Your accounting firm handles books for 50 local businesses. They have remote access to client systems, bank accounts, and sensitive financial records. But most accounting firms run on tight budgets, basic security measures, no dedicated IT staff, outdated software, shared passwords among employees. One successful phishing email gives hackers legitimate access to all 50 client businesses. Once inside through a compromised vendor, attackers move carefully. They use legitimate credentials to access your networks, copy sensitive data, and install malicious software. Everything looks normal to your security systems because the access appears authorized. This explains why attacks stay hidden so long. Research shows the average detection time is 146 days. Nearly 5 months of unrestricted access. During this time, hackers steal customer data, monitor emails, copy financial records, and map your entire network. Here's the timeline. Accounting firm breached in January. Hackers access your systems in February, customer database stolen in March. You discover the breach in June when customers complain about identity theft. Your vendor's weak security becomes your problem, with zero warning. Have you ever considered that a breach at one of your suppliers could shut down your business? Leave your answer in the comments below. Your internal security means nothing when attackers use compromised vendor credentials. Your firewall can't block legitimate accounts. Your antivirus won't flag authorized access. Your monitoring won't alert you to normal vendor activities. Perfect internal security can't protect against attacks through compromised vendors. You've secured your systems, but you can't control your vendor's security. When vendors get breached, destruction cascades across every connected business. Damage spreads like wildfire through every system, every relationship, every operation depending on that vendor. Watch how fast it falls apart. Day 1, hackers breach your payroll provider. Day 2, employee social security numbers, bank information, salary data for hundreds of businesses, all compromised. Day 3, payroll processing stops completely. The vendor shuts down systems to contain the breach. Your employees don't get paid. Tax filings fail. Benefits can't process. Payroll is just the start. Your email crashes because the same vendor handles Microsoft Office integration. Customer service requests pile up in inaccessible inboxes. Your website goes down because hosting companies share infrastructure with the breached vendor. Online orders stop. E-commerce revenue hits zero overnight. Financial damage comes from everywhere: emergency IT consultants, legal fees, regulatory fines, even though the breach happened at your vendor's facility. Lost revenue compounds while systems stay offline. The Change Healthcare ransomware attack in 2024 demonstrates this perfectly. One vendor breach impacted 1 in 3 Americans and caused widespread disruptions across entire industries. Reputational damage spreads faster than the technical problems. Social media explodes with customer complaints about your unresponsive systems. News outlets mention your business alongside the security failure. Potential customers see the headlines and choose competitors instead. Existing customers lose trust and cancel contracts. Your brand becomes associated with the breach even though you did nothing wrong. The most frustrating part? You have zero control over your vendor's security decisions. You can't force them to update their software, train their employees properly, or monitor their security practices in real time. You can't prevent their employees from clicking malicious email links. Yet when their security fails, your business pays the full price. Your perfect internal security measures become completely irrelevant. Your firewall, antivirus software, and employee training can't protect against attacks that come through legitimate vendor access credentials. The devastating consequences hit your business just as hard as if hackers had breached your own systems directly. This isn't a theoretical problem. It's happening right now to businesses just like yours. Your security is only as strong as your weakest vendor's security. You can spend thousands on firewalls and security systems, but one compromised supplier can destroy everything you've built. Supply chain attacks keep increasing every year. You need to think beyond your own 4 walls. Your vendors, their vendors, and their vendors' vendors all pose risks you can't fully control. The key takeaway: an attack on a vendor can instantly become an attack on your business. In our next video, I'll show you one simple habit that can instantly block some of the most common supply chain scams.